Hello, hello. It's time for fishing, friends. Oh man, I can see you guys bouncing with the music in the background. It's great. Oh, it's time for fishing, friends, everybody. With Danny and Gina. I am Danny,
I am Gina.
and here we got Lazuli, and we got Marco with us as well today. Oh, man.
Yoo-hoo.
First off, sorry we couldn't go last week. Had some different things going on. Gina's sister's in the process of getting married, so she's been having a lot of different things going on. Luckily, Gina was able to get home from the bachelorette party early enough to get the stream this week.
Yes.
And then, last week, I had a friend that I do karaoke with that was having a big party, like basically rented out the entire bar for karaoke and all that stuff. So I
Nice.
definitely had to attend that. That was a lot of fun.
Yep.
And they had a big old like nacho bar set up at the bar as well. So that was like epic.
Beep, beep,
I
beep.
love nacho bars. Honestly, I think that is probably one of the best things right now is a nacho bar. Just make
Yep.
yourself your own nachos or tacos, whatever you want.
That's usually what I do for my birthday party. I'll have a big taco bar. And nachos also. People want nachos instead. But yeah, it's always a hit. And that way, like I know for my 30th, it was just kind of a come and go as you want. Just my door's open all day. And anytime a new group would come in, I would just make a fresh pound of taco meat. And yeah, it worked out really well.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I walk in the door and be like, oh, perfect, taco meat.
Fresh taco meat.
Yeah. Well, we got Zen Ginger here coming in early. We got 3G here, and we got Mary Page Flynn. We got Crown Tail Half Moon. We got Sky Dancer. We got Scotty Aquati. We got Coventry Doherty Wooden in here. The Nano Aquarium guy. Only Oscars is here as well. Vanassi Fish Koto. Pet Sonics. And I think Lady Diane. So, yes, Lady Diane. Oh my goodness. Oh.
Yeah.
It was so nice to finally have a Saturday again.
Yeah.
Man, like Memorial Day, the week prior, I had to work on that Saturday. I was off on the Monday. And then last Saturday, even though I had like the birthday party later on, I ended up volunteering for work on Saturday because we had a couple people like missing and stuff like that, some routes that needed to be ran. So I went and worked on last Saturday as well. So man, this Saturday, even though I had plans to like do some stuff, mainly mow my lawn and all that, I didn't do anything at all. Just watched YouTube like all day. And Marco's giving me this look like, how dare you not accomplish anything today? You had an entire day to accomplish so much. Yeah, I know.
She judges hard.
Yeah.
She judges. You're judgmental.
Liquid Zoo Only Fins. How's it going, Matt? Great to see you. It got so. I don't know how it's going everywhere else in the world, but this was a really, really strange week weather-wise here in St. Louis.
Oh my God.
We started this week in the 90s, going
Almost
like
it did hit 100. Yeah.
The last stretch of summer, like, oh no, it's not fall yet. Like, it's definitely summer. And then Wednesday was the last day of summer. It got up to like 95, 96 that day. The very next day, the high was 70 degrees.
Yeah, barely 70.
The next day after that, Friday, the high was like 60.
Yeah.
But then today it got up to like almost 80 again.
And it's the warmest day of the week. It's going to go back down to like lower 70s, high 60s again.
Yeah. It's like, it is absolutely ridiculous with the weather, but it is like literally, it's like last day of summer, 95. Here comes fall with the nice 70. It's like, wow.
So I was actually really worried that night that the temperature plummeted, because usually when that happens, that like is tornado storm weather. But luckily it only stormed a little bit, and luckily there were no tornadoes. It was really weird.
We just got a little sprinkling of rain and stuff when the temperature dropped. It was kind of misty that day too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hello. Tweet, tweet. Tweet,
Fall
tweet.
is here, and I love it.
Yeah.
I'm not big on the pumpkin flavors and stuff, but some of them are all right. Schwann's got this new pumpkin cheesecake ice cream that's just amazing. It's like pumpkin ice cream with cheesecake swirl, and then it's got like graham pieces in it. Oh, every single bite's like taking a bite into pumpkin cheesecake. It's amazing.
Whoop, whoop. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You chatting? You chatting?
I still haven't been able to get the required footage to finish my next parody song yet.
Aw.
I'm missing like, I don't know, like 3 or 4 shots that are like that. It's very specific shots that I need, that it's like they can't just like, you can't just like force it to happen. It has to kind of naturally happen or whatever. Like I don't really want to just like reveal too much by saying exactly what shots I need, but it's like I need like 3 or 4 shots, and then once I can get those shots, then I can sit down and finish everything. But it's like, I've been wanting to get that out to people. I've been wanting to get those shots, but they just haven't happened. And I don't want to sit there and like go up to random people and be like, hey, you want to be in a music video?
The bird had turned into a monkey. She does. Ooh, 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 ee, 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 ee. She does. Ooh, 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 ee, ee, ee. Ooh, 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 ee, 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 ee. She's not feeling it.
We got Bunny Viper here. How you doing, Bunny Viper? And Garcia Aquatics is here.
Is Bunny at the Clash? Did she make it to the Clash?
Did you make it to the Clash, Bunny?
I hope so.
Thanks for sharing links there, June.
Look at those pen feathers. I need to get those tomorrow. Yeah, I know. Yeah, you got pen.
Nope, doesn't look like she made it to the Clash.
Aww.
And is Diane at the Clash?
Mm-hmm.
She answered no too, but I don't know if she was answering no to a different question or to that one. Jenny Lynn is here. How you doing, Jenny?
Jenny Lynn, hello. What are you doing?
I also was working on a new shirt design, and I am just never gonna use Teespring through my phone again. Like, it'll work fine for a little bit, and then you'll just be like editing all the other shirts to make sure that it's lining up right, and it'll just start like glitching out on you to where like it actually like fully like glitched out like 2 or 3 times, but was able to reload and basically pull back up where I was. But every time it did that, it caused like a little bit of an issue to where I had to go back and like fix that issue, and it caused a whole bunch of other issues. Where, like right at the end, when I was finally like completing the design with all the different shirts and stuff, it like crashed again. And so like it didn't finalize the design or anything like that, and I lost all my progress. So I still haven't sat down on my computer and fixed that yet, but I do want to get that a new shirt out for people. I think you'll like the design when I reveal it. It kind of I saw somebody else with a shirt kind of similar to it when I was actually at the Triple Crown, and so I was like, I gotta make another shirt like that because it was a good shirt.
We went axe throwing not that long ago, and I was talking to them about where they were talking about or having to order more employee shirts, and they use customink.com.
Yeah.
So I was thinking about looking at that.
I don't remember what my old band did as far as shirts. Like we had whoever made our shirts, they did like a really, really good job though. They were like the actual like good pressed or whatever. Like those Teespring ones, after you wash them about 20 times or so, the design just kind of starts to peel away, unfortunately.
Yeah, my Misfit shirt, from driving where the seatbelt goes across my chest, it's rubbed off there, right where the seatbelt settles. So, yep.
How you doing, Chewy? Lunatic Fringe. And Mark Sturlson is here.
Mark, hello, hello.
17
Woo!
people watching. Be sure to smash that like button. Send out that notification for everybody else.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I still have 2 baby swordtails in that tank down there, and they seem to be growing pretty well.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a Java. It's a trident fern in the back right corner, and then on top of the wood I have weeping moss, and the weeping moss seems to be growing more up. I was hoping it would like grow on top of the wood. I might do what I did in the first place and just pick up a little bit more sand from the substrate and kind of weight it down with a little bit of sand on top of the wood. And then maybe it'll grip onto it. That's what I did in the first place to get it to sit on top of the wood. I just put a little clump on there and then just sprinkled a little bit of sand on top just to hold it in place until it would grip. Because I don't have the best luck with gluing moss. I either seem to use like too much glue to where like it ends up like killing the moss, or I use not enough glue to where the moss just kind of goes all over the place. And but what's interesting though is I thought I actually killed all the weeping moss by gluing it in the first place, but a little bit ended up growing back, and now I have a good amount of it in my my gully tank again. Unfortunately, that tank is kind of covered in blackbeard algae right now. I'm being a real I've been a real bad fish keeper here recently. I've been real behind on a lot of water changes and stuff, and have been having a hard time getting myself to actually do it. I need to do my dang water changes. I'm being such a glass hole right now.
Have you seen on Discord what the name of everybody who went to the clash, what they're calling them?
Clash holes?
Flash holes. Yep.
Nice. Nice. I
Gina,
haven't.
okay.
I'm not really in on any Discord stuff hardcore. I'm in a couple groups, but I honestly just mainly ignore all the notifications and stuff.
Yeah. It gets to be a lot.
I try to let her talk, Diane. I just don't really like a whole lot of silence. So if I sit here for a couple seconds and nobody says anything, I'm gonna pop in and say something.
You're good. You're good. I'll
But she's
interject.
also like Marco steals the show a lot of the time.
She sure does. Yep. No, I'm good. The bachelorette party was fun. We went. It was a really chill one. It was nothing extravagant. We to
At
be
least
fair,
that's what you're telling your husband, right?
do what?
At least that's what you're telling Nathan, right?
No, it was really a chill. We went to a winery, hung out there for about 4 hours. What time did I get? Oh, no, I got there about. I got to my sister's house at about 12. No, 1. And then we left her house at 1:30. So we were probably there for about 4 hours, yeah. Just everybody brought a little snack, like a little hors d'oeuvre, I guess you would call it. I ate way too much because we were planning on going out to dinner afterwards. We went out to a Mexican restaurant, and then everybody else got margaritas. I was my sister's designated driver. And yeah, I got home about half an hour before the stream, so it was fun.
Nice. Margot looks a little itchy there.
Yeah. They're always preening.
Yeah. See, that's the thing is she had a bridal shower last week. That's why one of the reasons we didn't have the stream, and then she had the bachelorette party this week.
Like, and 2 weeks is the wedding, so
she gets 2 parties and a wedding.
Yep.
Lucky bride.
But Gina, was there cheesecake? No, there was red velvet, and we all snacked too much and didn't even cut into the red velvet cake. So.
Danny loves to talk because honestly, I spend most of my time being really quiet.
Yeah. It's your channel.
I really do. Like, when I go out for karaoke, like, people might think that I am, like, the type of the person that, like, I go to the bar and I sing and I'm sitting there, like, talking to everybody and stuff like that. But, like, most of the time, like, I'm sitting at the bar, I'm drinking my drink, I'm eating my food, I'm maybe sharing a couple words with the people that are sitting right next to me. But I'm pretty much there just minding my time. I'll talk to my family if my family's there or whatever. And I go up, I sing my song, and I go and I sit back down. That's pretty much it.
Yep. Yep. Have we seen Steven yet? Probably not. He's probably having too much fun at the Clash.
I haven't seen Stephen P 2003 pop in yet. No.
On my last
Emma's here.
One of my last streams I was on, I talked about the subscription service I have for my air filter in my house. Well, it just came in, so I can tell him what business it is, but I'll just message him. It's fine.
Oh, for air filter, huh?
Yeah, for the house, for like the heater system. Yeah, apparently you're supposed to change those every so often. I had no idea.
It's like every 3 months.
Yeah, 3 to 6 months. Yeah.
I finally changed mine a couple months ago, I think, after living in the house for about 2 years.
Yeah, exactly. We were in this house for like 3 years, and then I learned that you're supposed to change that. I probably off TikTok or something, and I was like, oh.
I knew I was supposed to change it. I just like kept sort of forgetting about it.
Exactly.
And,
so that's
why it's like I'd go to the store and I'd see the filters. I'm like, oh yeah, I need to change my filter. And they're like, oh, but wait, I don't know what size I have. So then it's like I'd go back home and I'd forget to measure. And then a couple months later, I'd be at the store again. Oh, the air filters. Oh, but wait, I don't know what size I have. And it's just, the cycle continues.
Yeah.
Oh, and then, what do you know? I open up one of my closets or whatever.
And you have one.
I haven't opened in forever. The previous owner left behind like 4 or 5 air filters for me.
Yeah. That's funny. No, so that's why I have the subscription. I have it set up so that every like however often I have it set for, like 3 to 5 months. They send me one, and that's when I'm like, all right, Nathan, here you go. Go change the filter. And, well, it's only been like 3 days.
I know.
See, I used to be really, really good at remembering things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I should write stuff down. But part of me is like, I don't think it's important enough to write down.
And I do have the upgraded like HIPAA filter one because of her being so dusty. But yeah, they just send it however often I set it to send, and yeah, that's when I know to change it.
Hello, America.
You are a dusty bitch.
I don't know. I can't think of that song, Hello America. And if it's an older song, a lot of the stuff that was like earlier on, like 60s, 70s, even though I really like it, I'm terrible with like song names and even worse with like band names. Like, shoot, I've been listening to this one song by Led Zeppelin for forever, and I'm not even a Led Zeppelin. Like, I don't really care for Led Zeppelin, but it's like, I had no idea the song was called Black Dog. I'm like, how does that even make sense? Like, yeah, I have no idea who did that song, Hello America. Yeah, exactly, there, Diane. Right? Yeah.
You just Google the lyrics and it should pull it up.
Well, yeah, I didn't want to do that though. I didn't want to be like, oh, hey, who did the song Hello America? Let me cheat and see, okay, that it was Def Leppard. Like, I didn't even have to finish typing it in. I just typed in Hello America and it finished Def Leppard. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
See, a lot of people, I think his name is Robert Plant, like the lead singer of Led Zeppelin or whatever. Like, a lot of people think that he's got like this really amazing voice and all that, and I can totally admit that the guy has a talented like range and stuff like that. But honestly, I cannot stand the sound of his voice. To where that's my biggest problem with Led Zeppelin is everybody's favorite thing about Led Zeppelin. But everybody's got their own personal taste, you know? Like, I don't really care for Alice in Chains either. I know that Lane Stanley was incredibly talented, and
Peekaboo.
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 Right, exactly. It's Bob Dylan. Like,
Peekaboo.
if you just take a song, you just do it like Bob Dylan. Like, you just gotta like push your jaw out a little bit. Just say things a little more enthusiastically. Yeah, I don't care for Bob Dylan either. But Bob Dylan wrote like so many like super duper famous songs, and some of the best songs out there, even though they weren't performed by Bob Dylan, were actually written by Bob Dylan. Dude wrote like 1 million songs, like for real. I think he even wrote some Adele songs. I don't know. Hungarian paprika. I don't know where that came from, but Hungarian paprika is good.
What do you got planned for tomorrow?
Go subscribe to Garcia Aquatics. He's just 27 away from 400. Brazilian. All things fish. How you doing, Mike? Great to see you, Mike. My plans for tomorrow. Well, I got to mow my lawn since I didn't do that today.
Same.
I have to. If I don't do that tomorrow, I'm not going to do it the rest of the week, and I'm going to get in trouble.
We got in trouble. This is like our last weekend that we can fix everything that we got in trouble for. So.
Oh yeah, I have one of those yellow signs that they posted on the door, like public nuisance, mow your front lawn and your back lawn. I'm just like, my back lawn is totally fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, my front yard is bad. I was honestly hoping that these neighborhood kids were going to come back around and ask to mow my lawn again. And I was going to pay them $20 to mow the front yard again. But they never came back around. And I guess it's mainly because they're probably back in school now.
Right.
And not coming around on the weekends when I'm actually here. And Bunny is 9 away from 300. So if you're not subscribed to Bunny Viper, definitely go do that. I know, right? I'm pretty sure my middle name is Public Nuisance.
Yeah, Nathan was actually out when Florissant was out doing their, what did they call it? Property assessments?
Yeah.
What did they call it? Curbside appraisals.
Oh,
That's what they were doing. Yeah. No, they were nitpicking and looking for things to write tickets for.
See, if I had the time that all these retired people have, like, man, I'd have the most beautiful yard out there.
Right.
But no, I still just have this massive hole in my backyard that I haven't even been able to finish turning into a pond yet. And now we finally got the good weather, and I got to get out there and do that.
So another Danny Digs a Hole stream tomorrow? Huh? Oh, Nathan just subscribed to Bunny.
Yay.
Yay.
Keeper Aquatics is here.
Crip, what's up? What's up?
With one of the best fish tube names out there. I absolutely love it.
Yeah, I have to clean the house. I'll try to help with Nathan with some of the yard work tomorrow. But with my sister's wedding in 2 weeks, my coworker is going to come to my house and take care of the animals for me. She's probably going to stay over, so I need to do lots of cleaning.
Lady Rorschach is back. I was wondering where you were.
Bunny says thank you.
You're welcome.
Diane has 2 subscribers. One of them is me.
I think I'm subscribed to Lady, unless YouTube kicked me off her subscriber list.
It's hard to find, channels like that.
Yeah.
That have a name that's so common, like Lady Diane. You search Lady Diane, all you're going to find is things of Princess Diana.
Yep.
That's all you're going to find.
Matt says hello.
Hi.
He says hi.
I think the only way I was able to find Lady Diane was like through my computer by clicking on a comment that she left on one of my videos or whatever, and I was able to like find her channel that way. But now YouTube has updated their way that the moderators work and stuff like that. You can actually, if you're a moderator, you can, from chat on the live stream, you can just click on their name and or hold down with your thumb on their name, and you can go to channel. And so that's been like really helpful, actually, because there's been a lot of channels that I've wanted to be subscribed to that, since I do everything through my phone or whatever, like I wasn't like able to search their channel or find them. But as soon as they say something in chat and I'm a mod, I'm like, aha, I am subscribed now.
Yeah. Or if you get the notification that they subbed, then you can click that and then go to their channel.
Yeah. But not everybody has that.
That's true.
Like I think I intentionally don't have mine to where it tells people that I've subscribed to them.
Yeah, and you can go to fishfam.link to easily find their YouTube channel also, if they have a fish link.
Yeah. Fishfam.link. But yes, that is the best part about being a mod, is that you can go to everybody's channel and stuff, for sure.
Instantly. Oh yeah, Nathan's coworker has a laser engraver, and this is on leather, and it freaking stinks. Smells like burnt skin. But
yeah,
I was
that's
thinking,
what it is. It's burnt skin.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, I'm tinkering with the idea of what material to make my keychains out of. So this is just kind of a trial.
Yeah.
Leather, I think, would be nice for like zipper tags. Not necessarily a keychain. But yeah, he's gonna try some other materials for me. But yeah, it's got like
that came out really nice though.
Yeah.
Oh, it's got your little. Is that like the YouTube, Instagram, Facebook symbol at the bottom?
Yeah, it's got Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube symbols on the bottom. Oh
nice.
yeah, and there's a metal dog tag. It's a little bit darker. But yeah, that side's a little bit bigger. But yeah, there's a little dog tag too.
Nice. I see. Yeah, dog tags is a good idea.
Yeah,
especially if they're like good quality too.
Mm-hmm.
Like you don't want those little like super flimsy dog tags.
Right. So yeah, once I find a material I'll like, I'll go and try to find it like a giant bulk package of them, and then just be like, here you go, make me 500 keychains.
Yeah. I mean, hey, if you're paying him for his supply, well, I guess it's a laser engraver, so there's really no like
I'll give him money
per se, other than like the electricity. But yeah,
yeah, no, I'm gonna pay him. Don't get me wrong. I'm not just gonna be like, here you go. Okay, thanks, bye. Like, no.
Oh yeah. But also that oh man, that guy I mentioned from the Triple Crown event, he has he works at like a signing business or whatever, so he can take any image you want and like print it onto a coaster or a t-shirt or a postcard or whatever you want it to be.
As long as it's not copyrighted, it has to be your image.
Well, yeah. It can't be copyright. It has to be your image. 78 tomorrow, man. That's perfect.
He did a tile too. I think it's somewhere on the table.
He did a tile, but he actually did like
little round coasters.
Wood coasters.
Oh, he did wood coasters too.
Not with your.
Not with my logo, but with other stuff. But yeah, he did a little ceramic tile too.
See, I think coasters would be cool.
Yeah.
Coasters would definitely be cool. I can imagine, the little glass box here symbol as a coaster.
I think if I did coasters, I would have two different listings for it. A single, and then maybe like a 4 or a 6-pack. So that, like I would want to buy one of everybody's and just have like a coaster set of all my YouTube people. Like,
yeah. That'd be cool.
Yeah, I have no idea. I know I need to clean off the table tomorrow.
Let's see, if I was doing it, like I would make like my own like coaster set. Like not necessarily have every single coaster be like the Glass Box Hero circle or whatever, you know. I'd have like one be that. I'd have one be like an image of a betta fish or something.
I've thought about busting out my
with
sketchbook.
that one betta or whatever. Like use the lines. Like
I've thought about busting out my sketchbook and trying to do like little pun arts to make like stickers or some new designs for t-shirts. I just haven't been motivated yet. Because it's going to take a little bit. Like I'm going to have to like draw it on paper and then like try to take a good lighted picture of it and then go on my phone app sketch and then like trace it and then color it. It's going to be a whole process. But One of these days. I was joking with my coworker that I need to go up to my boss because it's starting to pick up at work now and just be like, hey, so I need a week off. And he'll be like, what do you need a week off for? I'm like, oh, absolutely no reason. I just need a week off. I'm just gonna stay at home and just do nothing. Like
I
see what
mean,
he says. Just see what he says.
that's what most of my vacations are.
Yeah.
Like, I think this last one with the Triple Crown was like the first time that I took like a week off and I actually did something. Most
Yeah.
of the time, my vacations are, oh, so what are you gonna do? Absolutely nothing. You're
Nothing.
like, really? I'm like, yes, absolutely nothing.
We go to the lake.
Yeah, at most we go to the lake
And then
house,
do
and that's because then I'm doing nothing away. Like
Right.
I can't get called into work because I'm 3 hours away. Like
The most that I'll maybe do is like I'll go camping.
yeah,
Like I'll go camping by the Merrimack, maybe do a float trip as well, but that's
I
about
do.
it.
When we go to the lake, I do fish the whole time. Like I'm out on the dock fishing.
nonstop.
But that's also doing nothing. Like you're still being idle. I'm still resting.
Fishing is the best form of doing nothing.
It's better than playing fish.
He says it's better than me sitting around playing video games.
But there's different types of fishing though too, because there is the fishing where you're basically doing nothing, sitting and drinking a beer. And
Yeah.
that's mainly like catfishing or like bobber fishing where you're doing that, you know. Whereas like there's also sportsman fishing, you know, where you're fishing for like bass and crappie and stuff like that, where you're pretty much constantly like doing something, you know. That's
That's
not
what
the type of fishing that I like to do most of the time, but
Me
I'll
too.
do it every so often.
Yeah, I use crankbaits and swim baits.
Yeah.
But I also do have catfish lines out. And that's more of like I check them every couple hours just to see if either all the bluegill ate all the dough bait off the treble hook or to see if I have a fish. So
Yep. Ow, that's my eyebrow, bro.
I just wish people could make it to Aquashella in Orlando. I've heard that's one of the bigger ones. Isn't Orlando like the biggest one out of all three?
Well, Orlando was the original, I'm pretty sure. Like, 'cause it started as like a saltwater thing and then turned into more of like everything else as well.
Yeah.
It's still mainly centered around saltwater, but it is like about fish keeping in general, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Nate. Oh my God, Brennan sent me some pictures of some of the frags that are at the Clash, and oh my God, I wish I was there.
Yeah.
Oh, I wish I was there. You're not chopped livered, Lady Diane. Did I miss something? Did you say something? I'm sorry. The bed is the best part of doing nothing. Yes, that's what I did this morning. I don't have makeup on today for my sister's bachelorette party, and it's because I literally stayed in bed till like 11:30, and I was like, okay, I have to get up and take a shower now. So at least I took a shower. That's what I told her. I was like, at least I took a shower.
Well, I don't know about your bed, Diane. I've never been in that one, but yeah, beds in general are kind of the best way of doing nothing. And then a couch is a close second. If it's a nice couch. Like I have one of those, it's like a shea couch mixed together. So it's like you got the 3 cushions, but then the third cushion is long with like an ottoman underneath it. So you can like lay down on it.
Yeah.
And I just like pretty much all day just like this on my couch looking at my phone. It's terrible because like I make fun of people that do that. And here I am just pretty much on YouTube all day just doing that.
We're thinking about upgrading our couch to a love seat that has like it's essentially 2 recliners that make a love seat. Because it's just us. We never entertain. Like there's no reason to have a 3-seat couch in there.
If we do, we're never watching TV.
Yeah. Yeah.
We're always at the.
Yeah, anytime we're entertaining, we're in the dining room. We're never in the back room watching TV or outside with a fire. So yeah, we're probably looking to get in a love seat that reclines.
Nice.
Yeah.
So there's actually a pretty good reason behind why beds get less comfortable and couches get more comfortable.
There's a gross
In
reason.
general, beds are being slept in and couches are being, laid on or sat on and stuff like that. So when you're getting up and down and all that, you're breaking in the couch and you're allowing the cushion to really do what it was designed to do. Cushions are made to be broken into, whereas with beds, you're predominantly sleeping in them, and people don't always realize it, but you sweat like a whole lot when you sleep most of the time, unless you're one of those cold sleepers, which are very, very rare. And so your bed is pretty much spending its lifetime soaking up your bodily fluids that are being excreted from your skin
And your skin cells. So it's like
and
getting
your skin cells.
Yeah.
And so, yeah,
They get-
that's why a 10-year-old mattress weighs 5 times as much as a brand new one.
Yep.
Nasty.
That's gross. That's why now we invest in mattress covers, like the waterproof mattress protectors, because that helps deter it a little bit. But yeah.
Yeah. Everything reverts to neutral. Yeah, that works too, yeah. I know, yeah. If you aren't breaking your bed and you're doing it wrong, yeah.
See, Lady Diane, you should get a sleep number bed. I have a code for you, so I can get little points for it. Sleep number beds. Oh my god. It sucks though if you try to sleep on somebody else's bed. Like, oh my god, our old bed is at the lake house. I don't know how we slept on that bed, man. Oh my god.
Surprisingly, at least with me, I'm not sure if it's the same with everybody, but the bed itself doesn't make as much of an issue with me as the pillow.
The pillow
If I
is
sleep on a new pillow, I can't do it. I got one of those actual My Pillows from the My Pillow guy or whatever.
Mhm.
And after having one, like I have a double bed. And after just having one pillow be that, I'm like, anytime I'd find myself on the other side of the bed, it was just incredibly uncomfortable. So I had to go and buy another one. But I take that dang pillow with me everywhere. I cannot sleep on any other pillow. I can sleep on other beds, whatever, but I cannot sleep without that pillow. So I took my pillow with me to the Triple Crown, and I slept like a baby on that hotel mattress, even though my hotel room looked like somebody got murdered in it and whatever else.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, you have to research what kind of sleeper you are and get a pillow for your sleep style. Like, it makes a huge difference.
No sleepovers at Danny's. Hey. Not with
'Cause
just anybody.
I'm primarily a back and a side sleeper, so I have one of those contour pillows. So yeah.
If I'm tired enough, I can sleep in pretty much any position. How's it going, Jess? Mane, tails, furs, and fins. Great to see you. But I definitely snore when I'm on my back. And I snore pretty bad when I'm on my back too. But if you just wake me up and tell me I'm snoring, I'll just like roll over onto my side and then I'll stop.
Yep.
And honestly, I don't get bothered by it. Like when I had to like share sleeping areas and stuff with a bunch of people when I was in the army and stuff, like I did have some issues then, but it actually wasn't until I was in Iraq that my roommate like figured out the hack of just get me to sleep on my side or whatever, and I'll stop snoring. So I'd be like reading a book or something like that, and I'd just fall asleep on my back, and he'd be like, "Hey, you're snoring." I'm like, "Sorry," and I just roll over and go back to sleep.
Garcia is asking Diane, what's your address? And by the way, what's the nearest airport? Lambert, STL Lambert International.
Yep. Lambert Airport is the closest one, and her address is right over there. Hey, I saw that. Flat?
Oh my gosh, we have a friend
My
who
parakeet's on a suicidal mission with the cat again. Dang it.
we have a friend who snores so freaking loud, and we've stayed the night at their house. You can hear him, like his bedroom is upstairs. You can hear him in any corner of the house
Yeah,
when
it
he's
takes him
fucking
2
snoring.
seconds to start.
It takes him 2 seconds to start. Like immediate, as soon as he's asleep, he's like sawing logs with a chainsaw. Like, oh my
yeah.
god, he's so freaking loud.
We're about to go on TV and
Yeah, I'm pretty darn bad when I'm snoring, and it's pretty bad when you wake yourself up. Like, there'd be times that I'd be sitting there, we'd be watching a movie as a family or whatever, and I'd like fall asleep on the couch, and I'd like wake up and be like, "Who's snoring?" And then be like, "It's you."
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, we were downstairs one time. We were over at their house. We were downstairs watching TV. We had to turn up the TV because that's how fucking loud he was. So I was like, oh my. I turned to his wife. I was like, how do you sleep here? She goes, yeah, I don't. And I'm like, yeah, I bet.
Now that's love.
Yeah.
Because honestly, people are getting divorced for a lot less nowadays.
I was like, do you like put earbuds, like noise canceling headphones? But even then, I'm sure he shakes the whole freaking bed.
Actually, their Ivy, which I just realized had the addition of aquatics at the end. I can't believe I didn't notice that until now. I'm pretty darn sure I do have sleep apnea, actually. I've just never been diagnosed with it.
Yeah.
But if I would have been diagnosed with sleep apnea or whatever, I never would have gone to Iraq in the first place, which is kind of funny. But yeah, I'm pretty sure I do have it because I've definitely woken up a couple times, not being able to breathe and stuff like that. But it doesn't happen often enough to where I'm like super worried about it. But yeah, if I do fall asleep on my back though, like yeah, I've woken up feeling like I'm dying before. That's been pretty bad.
Select pet. Oh, I walk into talking about him shaking the bed. Yeah, with his snoring.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
When my mom snores, she snores through her nose. So it doesn't matter if like her mouth is open or whatever, like she snores through her nose. So it has a very distinct sound that it sounds like a bear, to where we went up to Minnesota and we were staying with some family up in Minnesota in Duluth. And so we're in the middle of a huge forest near Lake Superior in this house, and like there very well could have been bears around, and my younger brother got pretty darn freaked out by the sound of my mom snoring in the other room because he thought there was a bear.
That's funny. That's pretty funny.
It's stuff that we can laugh about now that we're in our 30s,
Right. So like pet, yeah, Danny was just saying that he's woken himself up snoring.
Yeah. Yeah.
So sometimes I'll go to sleep with earbuds in, that have somewhat noise canceling, and it's because I'm listening to ASMR. Sometimes to get to sleep if I'm having a hard time get to sleep, but not every night.
Yeah, I mentioned that before you hopped in on the stream there, Select Petty. I've woken myself up snoring before. I've been asleep on the couch, literally like exclaiming, "Who's snoring?" And it's actually myself while I'm asleep. Like Richard Reynolds. But yeah, that's definitely the funniest thing where you're like on the couch and you're just like, "Oh, I'm awake."
I've fallen asleep like on a Sunday. Nathan and I were like movie marathoning, and I've laid down, put my legs over his lap, and I've fallen asleep. And then I like jumped awake, and he goes, huh, "Did you fall?" I was like, "Actually, I did, backwards down an escalator." And he's like, "Oh," and he laughed at me.
Oh. Yeah. See, Lady Rorschach, I'm a relatively light sleeper as well. And so in order to balance that out, I have to have a whole bunch of extra noise going on in the background. So that's why I have to sleep with a fan, or else like the crickets outside will keep me awake.
Yeah.
All right. Camping is incredibly hard for me, actually. Even though I love camping, like I have such a hard time with the deafening silence and all the sound of the bugs and whatever else. It's just like I just need white noise.
I see CPAPs in a lot of people's future, right?
Yeah.
Probably. Lady Rorschach also loves ASMR. I really like
future full of Darth Vaders.
I like the tapping and the scratching and the brushing sounds. No mouth noises, no talking. Like tapping, scratching, and like brushing.
Yeah. I can do a lot of that stuff. I love those, like, they're not really like truly ASMR videos, but there's like the people that do that sort of stuff, like while they're cooking, and you hear the salt shaker or the grinder, and then like slamming the thing on the table and stuff like that. I love those sorts of sounds, but that mukbang stuff, like,
or even talking and like popping your tongue or smacking lips. Nope, can't do it.
Yep. I'm gonna talk about my younger brother again. Man, he had this sound whenever he was eating that I pointed it out to him one time, and then he started doing it intentionally just to continue to annoy me. But like every time that he would swallow, like his throat would make this pop, and I was like, don't do that. He's like, what, this? I'm like, oh, stop it.
Yep. Good old siblings. Mouth noises will make me confront a person I don't know in a theater. Oh my god, that's funny.
Yeah, and see, that's kind of how I feel about it too. Like I honestly feel like I'd have a harder time sleeping with this giant mask on my face than I do just like, sleeping on my side versus my back.
And that's the thing. I said I'm a side sleeper, but I'm actually like a front 45-degree sleeper. Like not quite on my stomach, but not fully on my side. So like I would be
I know what you mean.
On it.
That's how I'm like on my side, and then I have the one leg up.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't think I'd be able to. I don't know. You think it would like those little tubes that they put in your nose if you're on oxygen in the hospital? Like you think it'd be something like that, but I know it needs to force the air down your airway. I know that. But I also worry that like I might end up swallowing the air and then have a bunch of gas in my stomach.
Yeah.
You know, like, does that happen?
But see, that's the thing though, is that I've never really had an issue like falling to sleep when I'm actually like tired and stuff like that. I mean, I kind of have a little bit more of like insomnia issues and stuff like that now that I'm older, but it's more related to like PTSD and things like that. Whereas when I was younger, like my brother had to like go to sleep like 10, 15 minutes before I would even like go into the room in order to try and beat me to sleep before my snoring, because I'd hit the pillow and within 30 seconds I'd be asleep.
Yeah. Lady Diane says I should wear a mouth guard when I spit them out. I should too, but my dentist freaking is trying to charge me $200 for freaking TMJ mouth guard, and I'm like, no, no, thank you.
Yeah. A little oxygen or something, yeah. That might help. I just need one like a pressurized living chamber that just pressurized oxygen instead
So
of a mask.
Nathan's actually right next to me. He's not watching chat. I think the echo is on because Danny, don't you have YouTube or something pulled up
I don't, but
on a
I
different,
I
on a
run
different
the stream. Like I don't have a computer monitor, so I run it right on my television, and so it's possible that even with the echo cancellation, like sometimes when we talk over each other, I think it has it can't focus on what's actually my voice and what's coming out of the television.
Gotcha.
Because most of the time it's cool, but I think it mainly just happens when we're kind of talking at the same time.
Gotcha.
But Diane says she doesn't hear an echo, so maybe the echo is just on your guys' end even.
Maybe. I don't know. I can play with my settings really quick. Hold on. I have echo cancellation on.
Yeah. Yeah, see, that is definitely true there, Mandy, because other than maybe a real random one like once a year, I really don't dream. And that's probably because I'm not getting like true REM sleep. I just constantly sit in that sort of like stasis mode in between the two.
Yeah, Diane says it does distort when we both talk. So yeah, that's probably what it is.
Yes. Z for Forest Clemencia. Sword Tails, there's the mom, and then there's two babies in there. She's looking pretty gravid again, so she's probably going to drop some more babies soon. And hopefully one of the two babies that she already had is male. And I'll end up with a nice colony of these guys. Because, yeah, it was pretty sad when the male jumped tank at the hotel.
Yeah.
Yes, that's the sword tail tank. It's a 10-gallon for right now. Once I end up with more and I get this tank moved into my fish room, they'll be going into this 55-gallon. Okay, just fly away. You're fine. Yeah, that's where I got them, was from Rusty's fish room or fish house, whatever. Yeah, I like it too. That piece of wood, I've had that piece of wood for a good long time. I bought it a while ago, and that's actually That's the piece of driftwood that was from my mystery snail parody music video, and I didn't do anything with it until I set up this tank for the swordtails, and I really like it. It's just a piece of wood, and then there's on the left side of the screen, there's a couple pieces of lava stone that it's sitting on, and that's what is holding the Anubius together. And then the light part of the Anubius is at the front, that new growth there. Directly underneath the new growth, there's also a nice piece of amethyst. It doesn't really come up on camera, but you can see it very well in person. And then, there's trident fern, the weeping moss, and then right in the back is some of that orange crush rotala, or I think not orange crush, orange juice, whatever. Diane gave it to me. So, back from first species egg collecting, 19 new eggs from my 2 young pairs of anablepsoids, Burkini, Achilles from Panama. Wait, are those the anableps? Like, or is that they just have that same name? Are those the ones that have the 4 eyes, the 2 above the waterline and the 2 below the waterline? Yeah, orange juice. Yeah.
Oh, Danny, I have bad news about work.
About work?
They didn't send the cuttlefish.
Oh.
Or the blue box fish. I was so upset. I went into work Monday. Apparently, they came last Sunday. I come into work Monday, and I'm like, where's the box fish? And they're like, they didn't send it. I was like, oh. Where's the cuttlefish? And they're like, they didn't send it. And I was like, I'm freaking going home. Screw today. Freaking going home.
Yeah, that would happen to us at Pet Supplies Plus too. They'd show such a really cool fish on the vendor list, and then you'd order it, and they wouldn't send it. And part of me is just thinking that they had it, but all their stock ended up dying, and so they couldn't send any out. That's probably what happened.
Yep. They didn't survive the holding tanks.
Yep.
But we sold the shark, which is also bad news because I'd never made the short of me like airplaning the shark. So no more shark. Paula got a new home. So no cuttlefish sushi for Gina. It wouldn't taste good. It would be captive.
I like squid and I like octopus. I'm sure cuttlefish would probably be pretty good. I really like eel too.
Yeah, eel is super good too.
Yeah. But I know you can't have flamboyant cuttlefish sushi because they're poisonous.
Ugh. Hopefully Paul went to a really good home. He did. It was a guy who was in town from Chicago. He has a big, like, 500-gallon tank.
Anableps. That's what I thought. Yeah. Or they only had one and every store ordered it. Yeah, and that happens too.
Yep.
For sure.
Just a matter of who gets their order in first.
Yep. Yes, Lady Roche. See, cuttlefish are my absolute favorite, like, fish or whatever. They're not even like a fish, really. They're a cephalopod, and they're really, really cool. And I cannot wait to finally get them, but I'm also being incredibly patient with it because I don't want to screw it up.
So I realized, because when he bought Paul, when he bought the shark, we have those portable air pumps, but they don't come with batteries. So I'm gonna we're putting together an Amazon order, so I'm going to ask my boss if we can order some D-size batteries so that we can like send, because that's kind of why we keep them in the store, is if someone's buying some of those big fish, we just put them in like a liner in a styrofoam box, and that's what we send them home in, so that they can have an Airstone airline and have an operating air pump instead of making another stop somewhere to get batteries.
Yes, cuttlefish are adorable and incredibly intelligent. They've actually done several different like intelligence studies on cuttlefish as well as octopus and squids and stuff like that. But the cuttlefish actually passed the delayed gratification test. So they'll do this test with kids where they'll put one marshmallow in front of them and they'll tell the kid, you can eat the one marshmallow now, or you can wait 5 minutes and then I'll give you another marshmallow and you can eat both. So they did this test with cuttlefish where they had like 2 boxes, and they tested it several different ways, but one of the ways that they tested it was they had these clear boxes. One box had a live shrimp and the other box had a dead shrimp, like a cocktail shrimp or whatever. And so the box that had the cocktail shrimp in it would open up right away, and then the cuttlefish could decide to go after that one, or if it waited like 30 seconds, the other box would open up and it could go after the live one. And so they would always wait for the live shrimp versus going for the dead shrimp. And, some people might think, oh, okay, well, it's just wanting to go after the live food. Of course, the dead food's not even noticing it because it's looking at the live food move around. Well, they tested it in other different ways too. They tested crab meat versus shrimp meat. They tested live shrimp versus live crabs. They tested all this different stuff. And it turns out that the cuttlefish had like a whole series of lists that it liked over the others. So its least favorite thing that it liked was dead crab. Then after that, it was dead shrimp. Then it liked the live crab, and the top of the tier list for it was the live shrimp. That's what it liked the most. And so it was really, really interesting, the whole study on that, and how it was pretty inclusive overall. Yeah, it wasn't conclusive with just the original things, but overall it ended up being a really conclusive study. And another really interesting thing about cuttlefish too is they are colorblind, completely colorblind, and yet they have the most amazing form of natural camouflage. And it turns out that their skin has these receptors in it that are actually like receptors that are in our eyes that allow us to see colors and changes in light and stuff like that. So their skin has these cones and all these different things in it to where they're quote unquote seeing through their skin. And so even if they're completely blindfolded, they will still change colors based off of what surface they're on and all this different stuff. And there's actually a species of gecko that has the exact same thing, to where it's really, really interesting on this. I think it's called a wall gecko or something like that, where if you blindfold it, and you move it to different surfaces, its camouflage pattern and light and like whether it's light or dark brown or whatever will all change. But if you put that same blindfold instead of over its eyes, if you put that blindfold over its like entire torso of its body, it won't change colors anymore. So it's very interesting in how it's like you don't cover its eyes, it's seeing with its skin, not its eyes.
Yep. Riley, come here. Oh, I guess Logan's in the way.
He's not.
Yeah. Nautilus are super cool too. Yeah.
Riley, come here. Riley.
Yeah, cephalopods love marshmallows. Yeah. I don't like dead crab either. Yeah.
Come on. Riley.
C is not really the right term to use, but it's just a simple way of seeing it. That yeah, like it's not like their skin is literally like picking up on. It's separate from their brain, so their brain isn't like picking up on what their skin is doing and consciously like changing their camouflage. The skin itself is receiving the information and then changing based off of it. So it's not like their brain is picking up like sight through their skin per se. So sight and seeing isn't really necessarily the right term to use, but more of just receiving the information, similar to how eyes do, though.
Yep. We got a new knife. I don't know if anybody else knows knives, but we just got the Minitherium.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. The Megatherium is one of my favorites. And Nathan thought that they'd been sold out for a long time of the mini version, which is the Minitherium. But he got one. And it's my knife now.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. Select. See, that's a really good way of thinking it.
Yeah.
It's more like mirror skin.
Yep.
Where it's just receiving what is being projected onto it and reflecting based off of what it's receiving. And which is completely different than how chameleons do it. Because chameleons are conscious of their skin changes and all that stuff, and it's reflective based off of their moods and all that.
So that's the Megatherium. This is the big version.
Nice.
And then the Minitherium is a smaller version.
It doesn't look like it's that much smaller though.
So there we go.
Maybe an inch less, half an inch.
Yeah. So blade length, yeah, it's about an inch shorter. Yeah.
Yeah. Those are good types of knives.
Oh, they are.
Because you got more knife surface.
So I don't like on the Minitherium, it's a liner lock, whereas the Megatherium, it's a frame lock. So it's a little bit harder to unlock the Minitherium.
See,
But
you're normally opposite.
I normally like the liner lock a little bit more, but I don't know. On these guys, I like the frame lock better.
Because I think I like the mini better.
Well, then I can have the Megatherium, and you can have the Minitherium.
I got it. The brand is petrified fish.
Yeah, Nathan got a new one that's called what'd you call it, Brandis?
No, the brand.
Is called petrified fish.
And it's the beluga.
Nice.
It's beluga.
So, just to kind of go off of what the Zen Ginger is saying with the Nautilus, how she thinks it would be more related to gastropods versus cephalopods. It was the way that the evolutionary system worked with cephalopods. So they originally all had their shells on the outside, but they just eventually evolved to have their shell on the inside of their skin versus on the outside.
Lady Rorschach, yes, Megatherium. That's what this one's called.
It's actually an ancient
giant
sloth.
Yeah, that's the name of an ancient ground sloth too. Yeah.
That's where the name.
Where the
name
came.
Megatherium was the giant ground sloth.
Maybe that's why.
It was like the size of an elephant, but like as tall as a giraffe.
Yep, that's what the name's based off of. Maybe that's also why I like it. I just like slow, dopey animals.
Slow, dopey, yeah.
I do.
It's always see this life. I need more coffee. I'll be right back.
Yay! Coffee! I might actually take talking about sleep earlier. I actually have a sleep aid, but I never take it because by the time I remember to take it, it's like 11 o'clock at night and I won't get up in the morning. So maybe I'll actually take it tonight and get some good sleep.
9:15.
It is 9, but no, I'm not going to go to bed yet. I can take it at 11 o'clock tonight. I don't got nowhere to be tomorrow.
We gotta go get up and get breakfast.
Oh, we do got to go up and get
And then we gotta go to the
breakfast.
store, and then we gotta go to the grocery store, and then we gotta come home and
Oh, I
clean.
forgot we're going to Target too. Fuck yeah, we're going to Target.
We got a lot of stuff to do tomorrow.
We got a lot of stuff to do tomorrow.
Can't sleep in like
And we got to
today.
cook.
And we gotta cook.
So breakfast, Target, grocery shopping. No, breakfast, Target, vape store, grocery shopping. No,
That's
breakfast,
not okay.
vape store, Target, grocery shopping. Coming home, cleaning and yard work, and cooking.
We can throw the gym in there too.
We're not throwing the gym in there too. No,
We didn't go today like it was
I don't
supposed
want to go to the gym. Yeah, we have a lot to do tomorrow. And we're not gonna like deep clean. We just need to start decluttering.
Yeah.
Maybe the knife's look is similar to claws, to the claws, maybe. Because they do have like really thick, long claws.
Yeah, I was thinking similar to the claws. I was also thinking, like sloths have what you would call a long face or whatever. So the thickness of the knife kind of has a slothy look to it, Not so much our modern sloths like the three-toed sloth, but the Megatherium kind of had a longer sort of snout, kind of similar to like a
two-toed.
taper or
Oh.
like,
Lady Diane, no, my store is not closed on Sunday. It's just my regular. I'm usually off Thursdays and Sundays.
There's the Megatherium.
Oh, there it is.
Just
Oh,
very-
there. Yeah, that's like a. What do they call that animal? Anyway, here. That's
that's
the
a taper. Or no, that's a giant sloth, but the modern day taper is kind of similar to what
Yeah.
they look like.
Sorry, you did say taper. I just wasn't registering what it was. But yeah, that's the Megatherium.
I believe. No, how do you spell the animal?
Is it like
Oh,
T-A?
it's IR, TAPIR, not TAPUR.
Oh, okay.
Here it is. Right there. Yeah. So they kind of had a longer face,
Yeah.
kind of like a taper. But then they had the tail and everything too. So
Yeah, tapers are close in relation to horses. I knew that.
yeah, and something that I never really thought about, or knew about even, but I was watching a lot of the Casual Geographic channel today. I'm learning a lot of different random facts about animals and stuff like that. I love that guy. He's hilarious. But one of the things he talked about is the way that hyenas they act more similar to dogs, but they're actually closer related to cats and mongooses. And as soon as I hear mongooses, like if you look at a hyena in the face, it looks like a dang ferret.
Yep.
It really does. So it's like, holy crap, these are mongoose and wolverines on steroids. Like, no wonder they're freaking nuts. And apparently, yeah, it's a misconception that they're like scavengers and stuff like that. They will scavenge and steal meals and stuff like that if they need to, but most of the time, like hyenas kill like 80% of their meals most of the
A
time.
lot of
So,
times, lions are the one who steal from hyenas.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Disney was wrong again.
Yeah,
Hyenas
Terrible Lizards is a pretty interesting podcast. Yeah.
Yeah, hyenas are not the bad guys. Disney lied again.
Yeah, Disney lied again. They made hyenas look like weak little things when they'll totally take on a lion. They'll actually out hunt a lion.
Yep.
And then the whole idea too is like we always call lions the king of the jungle, but they don't even live in the jungle. They're the king of the savannah, maybe.
Yep. Gorillas.
Tigers are the king of the jungle.
Tigers, lions. Yeah. Or not, sorry, not lions. We just said not lions. Tigers, gorillas.
Yep. Tigers, gorillas, maybe, like jaguars and stuff like that. Yeah.
Freaking baboons.
Yes, Disney really should have done more research into their antagonists.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I mean, that's why I have, my hashtag I love to use. Hashtag Disney ruins everything.
Can we go back one step? I just want to know why the plural of mongoose isn't mongoose. It makes me a little twitchy because English.
It's the same reason that the plural of moose isn't meese.
Yep.
It really it all has to do with word origin mainly.
Who we stole it from.
Yeah. But it's got goose in it, yes. But it's yeah. It is really funny when you think about it, yeah. But it didn't get called it didn't get called a mongoose after a goose.
Yeah.
Yep. Asiatic lions are pretty neat to learn about. They're underappreciated. There was also a like an island, I believe, of jacked lions. Like basically these lions, like if you look at pictures, they look like lions on steroids, and they pretty much are, because basically the only food source that these lions had was these giant buffalo. And so they had to learn to hunt these giant buffalo, which could easily ragdoll them. And then after they were successful in taking down these buffalo, they were getting this super jacked, high protein buffalo meat. So they just after one thing after another, all of a sudden you got these like super jacked lions, where I believe what they were saying is that the normal lion, a male lion, will reach, it'll be between like 200, 300 pounds, and a female will be between more like 100 to 200 pounds. Whereas the females were reaching upwards of 300 pounds, and the males were getting up to like 500 pounds. Like, huge lions.
Look at this extra skin. Why you has it? Why you has it?
That's what Google is for, Mandy. That's what Google is for. If you didn't Google it, I'm going to Google it.
Linguistics of mongoose.
Yeah, African wild dogs, or the painted dogs, are probably my favorite African mammal. Fascinating family structures, beautiful coat patterns, ingenious hunting strategies. They even practice politics. Exactly. And the main thing about the painted dog is that they have incredible endurance. So their main hunting strategy is, I'm just going to chase this wildebeest until the wildebeest gets tired, and then I'm going to take it down when it's tired, because I can still go for days. And hyenas will do the same thing too. They just have like unlimited amounts of energy to where they can just go and go and go and go until their prey is too worn out, and then they take advantage of their tired prey. It's like the complete opposite of a cheetah. See, cheetahs can run incredibly fast, like 65, almost 70 miles an hour, but they can only do it for a very short period of time. So if the gazelle can zigzag enough for like 15 seconds, it can, get away from the cheetah, because the cheetah is going to be worn out. It just used all of its energy in such a short period of time. Taps my Mass ice swap tomorrow. You going, Danny? I might.
What time?
Yeah, what time does it start? Probably like 2 or something like that, I guess. I'm really disappointed in myself. Not last week, because we obviously didn't have a show, but 2 weeks ago we were talking about the Reptile Expo and all that stuff. The very next day, I woke up, completely forgot about it.
I went.
And then it was like Monday, the very next day, and I'm like flipping through YouTube, and I see Bob Kaler, like Kaler's Aquatics and Exotics, sharing another video about a panther chameleon or whatever that he got. I'm like, oh, I forgot about the dang Reptile Expo, and I was here talking about it, how I was gonna film it and all this stuff. Like, didn't happen.
It was really busy. We went, and Nathan actually found a snake that he was like, if we had the money, we would have gone home with that snake. And I'm like, and that's surprising because it was a big python. It was a big ball python. I think it was no, it wasn't a ball python. It was some kind of python. Yeah, she farted. No, big, beautiful python. I forget what kind it was, but it's funny because I mentioned how I asked my coworker if she wanted me to pick her up anything, and she jokingly said dart frogs. Well, I went to all the artist booths and I found her a lanyard and a little print of some dart frogs, and I took them to work. Like, I got you dart frogs, and she goes, "What?" And I gave her the bag, and she goes, "Oh my god!" And she was super excited about it. So you didn't have to. I was like, "Well, the art was because like I found the dart frog one first." And I was like, all right, well, I'll flip through the rest of her stuff. And she had a deal that you can get 2 prints for discount. And then Nathan's actually grabbing it now. I found one with a Pac-Man frog that actually looks like my old Pac-Man frog. And they're reptiles along with desserts. So the dart frog ones were with like, there were dart frogs like crouched on a bunch of like candy apples. And then I got a Pac-Man frog on a macaroon.
Huh? You mean in a macaroon?
Yeah, in a macaroon. So I was like, dang it. Okay, I'm getting these 2 prints.
The pronghorn don't really have a natural predator anymore. The bison don't have a natural predator really anymore. But let me tell you, pronghorn and bison taste really good.
Yeah.
I love a bison burger, man.
Bison burger's good.
I think my favorite like animal along those lines is probably caribou.
Yeah.
Deer is really good. Elk is really good. Pronghorn, buffalo, cow. But I think caribou is probably my favorite. Maybe it's just because the meat's already pre-chilled up in Canada or something. I don't know.
Yeah, we at the winery, one girl brought deer sausage that she had made, and it was so freaking good. Oh my god, it was so freaking good. That's why I ate too much, is because I had practically a whole plate of that.
Yep. See, I didn't know there was Asiatic cheetahs either. I knew there was American cheetahs and African cheetahs, and I'm pretty sure the saber-toothed tiger was also in America as well. But yeah, that's really interesting. I didn't know there's. I knew there was. We don't really talk about a lot of Asian wildlife so much, except maybe like Asian elephants. Like everybody knows, they ride elephants in India and stuff like that. But
Pandas, tigers, yeah.
a lot of people don't know either that a lot of these, not all of them, but a lot of these Asiatic creatures weren't like actually like native to Asia originally either. So like Saddam Hussein, for pride purposes and stuff like that, actually like imported a lot of different like lions and things like that into Iraq and all that stuff so that he could like hunt them and stuff like that and just have them around. It was like an interesting like status symbol sort of thing, like the same reason that there's so many dang tigers in Texas. There's more tigers in Texas than there are wild in the rest of the world combined.
Yeah.
But I do like cheetahs a lot. They had the cheetahs at the St. Louis Zoo had babies like 5 years ago or something like that.
I think they've had them twice. I think this past summer they had another litter.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think they did have more babies even recently, and I think that's great. And a lot of people like give zoos a hard time and stuff like that. Mainly PETA and stuff like that is they have the real problem with zoos. But I mean, it's like the same thing as us with our fish tanks and stuff. If you're giving them a good environment to where they're breeding, like, how is that wrong?
Yeah.
Like, you're taking really good care of these animals. You're giving them medical attention and medical health that they would never get in the wild. You're protecting them from all their natural predators, including parasites and things like that. And then, like, you're sharing knowledge about these animals as well. Things that people don't know and that they're interested in. And really zoos are, especially the St. Louis Zoo, is really big on like conservation and trying to even release animals back into the wild at some point if possible, and help keep these species alive and happy so that we can continue to have them here on this earth and enjoy them as humans because we like to enjoy things.
I mentioned in somebody else's stream, I forget who it was, but they were talking about penguins. I was like, I think it was Steven was saying that he wants a penguin. I was like, you can just come to the St. Louis Zoo and just snatch one.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, they're really like right there where it's not that hard to just reach and grab a penguin.
I've read a news article about a kid on a school field trip put a freaking penguin and I think it was a rockhopper penguin, put it in his backpack. And
those are my favorite types of penguins. I love those.
The rockhopper.
The little yellow eyebrows they have.
Well, I think that's the macaroni penguin. The rockhoppers are the little black and white ones, but I think they have the macaroni ones in with them.
I could be wrong. I always thought macaroni penguin. I didn't think that was a real name of a penguin. I thought that was just like a joke name, but I guess that is a real name of it. Yeah, the macaroni penguins. Those are my favorite ones. And I think I always called them rock hoppers because there was an old cartoon. I believe it was called the
Oh,
Pebble and the Penguin or something like that.
Penguin in the no, yeah, something like that.
The
Yeah,
Pebble and the Penguin,
they
or
would
the Penguin with the Pebble, or something like that.
yeah,
There was a macaroni penguin called Rock Hopper
yeah. Hopper, I think was his
or
name.
Hopper or something like that. And yeah, that was like one of my favorite movies when I was a kid. It was
Yep.
one of those animations that was, battling Disney back in the days before Disney completely took over all animation.
Yep.
And like, the detail in the leopard seals and stuff like that was just amazing. Like, I was scared of these dang seals, and oh my goodness, the orca scenes and stuff. Oh,
Yeah. So in Happy Feet, those smaller ones that Robin Williams voiced, those are the Rockhopper penguins.
yeah, yeah. They're the ones that have the black stripe around their neck.
Yep, and they collect the pebbles to make little pebble nests. Yep.
Well, pretty much all penguins collect the pebbles and stuff, and
Right.
it's really interesting. Like the whole idea of the Pebble and the Penguin movie was based off of what penguins actually do, where they go and they find the best rock that they can find, and they'll present it to their female penguin as like a wedding ring, basically. And if she likes the rock, then they become married and a pair for life, because penguins pair for life. And
Well,
they actually become severely, well, not all penguins, most penguins do.
yeah.
I believe there's like one or two species of penguins that don't, but most penguins pair for life. And yeah, they'll actually become severely depressed if they lose their partner.
Yeah.
Same with hawks too. Hawks, especially red-tailed hawks, they mate for life. They don't have lots of partners.
And swans too. Swans mate for life.
Swans, yep. And Thumbelina.
I freaking loved Thumbelina. Oh my god.
Yes,
Anastasia.
Thumbelina.
Oh, I love Anastasia. I have the soundtrack on my playlist, on my car playlist. Oh, I love it so much.
Yeah, Anastasia with that was with Rasputin and stuff, right?
Yep. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Which I just heard that apparently like Rasputin was incredibly hard to kill too. Yeah. Apparently they tried to kill him with cyanide. They gave him like cyanide laced wine and it didn't affect him. And they rolled him up in a rug and like threw him in a frozen river, and he pretty much like he lived through that.
Oh, I didn't realize Barry Manilow did the music for Pebble and the Penguin and Thumbelina. Huh.
Is why your name Mandy? Huh.
Oh, and then the Princess and the Swan. They're the Princess Swan or the
Swan Princess.
Swan Princess. That was the same. Yep.
Yep.
There's a Broadway musical of Anastasia? No, I haven't checked that out yet. I need to.
Wow. Nice. I'm sure it's like the original music, and I love the music from Anastasia.
Oh my god, I love it so much. I blast it in my car when it comes on. Yes. All of it. Every single song.
And then they made a spin-off of that movie about Bartok the Bat.
Yes!
Bartok the Magnificent.
Yes!
And I absolutely loved that movie. And once again, the history was a bit off or whatever, but it was great, like, like Russian mythology and stuff like that, with Baba Yaga, their version of the boogeyman lady, who's a witch that lives in the forest with like wooden teeth and stuff like that.
No Rasputin in the musical, but it's still awfully good. Aww. mean, there's not that scene where he's singing with all the bugs. That sucks. That's one of my favorite songs.
Well, yeah, I mean, but how would you really do that
With
on
Broadway
like
Man.
a Broadway stage? Like,
It could be done. I don't know how, but it could be done. Have you not seen Little Shop of Horrors?
I was in Little Shop of Horrors. I did the Audrey too. Feed me see more.
Yes. We went to the Muni and we saw it. It was so good. It had the alternate ending from the movie. It had the alternate ending. I was like, yes.
Nice. The alternate ending is great. We seem to be losing some people here with all this talk, though. I don't know if there's another stream going on or if we're just boring people, but I appreciate the people that we still got around, all 9 of you.
Get Julia Taymor on it. She did the work for Lion King on Broadway. Yeah. I also really love Cats. Cats is one of my favorite musicals. Oh my god.
The original.
The original, yeah. Not the remake, not the CGI. I still haven't seen it. I refuse to see it because I've heard such terrible things about it. But the original, yeah. The original Broadway musical, Cats.
Yeah, I heard that CGI version of Cats was really strange.
Yeah.
And I definitely don't plan to watch that. But yeah, my brother was in Cats when he was in college, and so I saw that, and as far as actual Broadway plays or whatever that I've actually like gone and seen, it's only been The Lion King. I saw that at the Fox.
I haven't seen that one. I saw Cats at the Fox.
And then I think it was the Phantom of the Opera, actually, that I saw. Like I was younger for that one. Like I know I've seen 2 shows. I remember distinctly seeing the Lion King, but I do remember being in the Fox Theater another time, and I think it was the Phantom of the Opera that I saw.
I think the other one I saw at the Fox was Little House on the Prairie. Yeah.
We would go to the Muni a lot, though. You know.
Yeah.
So I saw like Meet Me in St. Louis and Bye Bye Birdie and a lot of different stuff there. And I was even in Oklahoma at the Muni when I was younger. Had a lot of fun with that.
I've never actually gone to see Wicked, but I love the music from it. I'll listen to the music, but I've never gone to see it. Stomp, I've also never gone to see. We would watch their movies and band on slow days.
See, Les Miserables is one of my all-time favorite musicals of just ever. The music is fantastic. It's taken place during the French Revolutionary War, so a lot of the stuff can even be, pushed and like a lot of the lessons can be good for modern times as well. Not taking crap from your government.
Yeah, Lady Rorschach. Yeah, Lady Rorschach. You need to go see Little Shop of Horrors. It's so good.
Yeah. Fiddler on the Roof. I've seen that show several times. Never professionally done, but I've seen it like. I think when my sisters were in high school, it was done, and then my brother also did Fiddler on the Roof when he was in high school. Because they'll sometimes repeat stuff, but they can't repeat things, earlier within like a 6-year period or something like that, But let's see, because Lady Rorschach gave her top 3.
Yeah.
My number 1 favorite musical. I don't know, that's so difficult, but I probably have to say, Les Miserables is number one. Another really good musical, even though I'm not religious anymore, but Joseph and His Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat is a really, really good musical.
Yeah.
Speaking of the devil, about an hour and a half ago, finally Stephen P. Accordix walks in the room.
Steven, I got the air filter. I'll tell you what the brand is. Okay.
Yeah. So she finally got her subscription air filter in.
It is. Oh gosh, what's it called? Well,
Raven Fish Room.
That's underwhelming. It says fulfillment center, but that's not right. Hold on. I got it.
There's something on the back.
Oh, is there something on the back? Oh. I think it's just shipping stuff. Yeah, we can't. I'm not going to show my address on stream. You can see it. Give me a second.
Yeah, the film adaptation of Fiddler. That's such a good one.
I'll have to hunt that down.
The actor they have play Tevye is just that is the only Tevye that I know, and pretty much every single person that has ever played Tevye has been trying to be that guy because he's just is the embodiment of that man. It's just perfect. If I were a rich man.
It's called secondnature.com. And then visit secondnature.com/refer to spread the word. And I'll get, $10 off my next order. Nice. We'll make a daisy chain of it. So, Steven, you sign up for it. And then somebody else, reference Steven so he can get $10 off. And then the next person reference off the next person. And yeah, we'll make a daisy.
I like the name, though, too. Like Second Nature.
Yeah.
So it's got a double meaning of, so you don't have to think about it. It's just like second nature. But then also you're in your house. It's like your second version of your natural environment. You got the outside and you got your inside.
Yeah, so I get the Health Shield, which is the HIPAA filter, and it cost me $24 plus tax and then free shipping. So it cost me $26.40.
Yeah, it's not bad at all.
Especially because I don't have to think about it. It just arrives and I change it, and then I'm done. I don't have to spend gas. I don't have to worry about remembering.
You won't even change it.
Yeah.
You change.
That's pretty much the same price you're going to pay going to Target or whatever for a new filter anyway.
Yep.
Yeah. Not a bad deal at all.
Speaking of which, Nathan, go change the filter, please. I love
your
you.
job, man.
Just because you said that, I'm just kidding.
And because I said that, he says he's going to put it off more. It's going to sit for another week. GRB, hello.
He'll change the filter when you do the laundry.
That's not fair, because I don't do that either.
Yeah, she doesn't do that.
That's what my mom is for. That's what
I do the laundry more than you do.
you do the laundry more than me. I have a problem. Okay, I don't mind doing the laundry. I hate folding laundry and putting it away.
Okay.
You're a basket liver also? You live out of a basket?
I have two baskets. I have the clean basket and I have the dirty basket. When the clean basket is empty and the dirty basket is full, it goes into the washing machine, goes into the dryer, and then it comes out, and then that's now the clean basket.
The problem is,
are you about to call me out?
Our clean basket never empties.
I have a lot of clothes that I need to get rid of. I have a lot of clothes I need to get rid of.
I have a lot of clothes that I need to get rid of too. Stuff that I don't fit in anymore.
Yeah.
And whatever. Yeah, I just got I have a dresser and it's completely full of clothes that I don't wear.
Exactly. Yep. So that being said, when we go to Target tomorrow, I need at least 1 or 2 more pairs of jeans. because I get that thigh rub and I get holes in my jeans. So I think I'm down to 2 pairs of good jeans.
For a person. Well, yeah, there's nothing wrong over here.
I need more jeans too. I always wear out the knees.
Yeah.
Because I can't squat for anything, and so I'm always like on my knees doing stuff or whatever. Not so much anymore, but especially when I like worked at Target or was like working at the pet store and stuff, always down under the shelves and things like that.
Lady Rorschach says laundry doesn't bother me too much. Dishes are my pet peeve. Me too. I hate doing dishes too.
Dishes are the worst. Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Last time I did all my clothes hung up and drawered what I could. There were still 5 full baskets of clothes. Yes. Yeah. And some things have like holes in them, so I can't even wear them to work. Because between Marco and my previous bird before Marco, we call it conure lace or parrot lace.
Oh yeah.
They put holes in my shirts.
See, I would always get holes in like my shirts. I'd get them like on the front down low, like from my belt buckle.
From your belt buckle. Nathan gets that. He has to get new shirts because
I'd get them on the back of my shirt. Because like growing up, we always had like these antique chairs and stuff like that, these wooden chairs, and they'd have little bitty teeny tiny nails that would poke out, not enough to like hurt you or anything, just enough to grab onto your shirt and rip a little bitty hole in it.
Yeah.
My belt buckle is the same height as my table at work.
Yeah, the belt buckle's at the same level of his table at work, and he leans against it, and it
just slowly grinds little bitty holes in there. Yeah, I have the same exact thing.
Yep. Yeah.
And the pockets get destroyed because of my knives.
Yeah, your knives and your pens poke holes in your pockets and your flashlight. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've done that with scissors at work on fish receiving day. I'll put a pair of scissors in my pocket and I'll forget that they're in there and I go to squat down and I stab my leg with the freaking scissors. I'm like, God, freaking take my leg out. I'm like, God, freaking dang it.
Oh, man.
Ladies, join ThreadUp. You can donate clothes in donation bags that help recycle your clothes. You can downsize your closets and can even buy lightly used clothes from them too. Huh. Been using their services too. So you get like a credit? Or is it like donate and then it's like a online thrift store? Because I need some new, like, nicer clothes and then some just plain t-shirts for work. They don't have to be
more like an online thrift store.
Okay. I'll have to check that out.
It's like Craigslist for clothes.
You can do either method. Oh, I would totally send it in for store or for like credit towards the website. That's what I would do. Yeah.
What you doing, Tundra?
Yeah, because I need new shirts.
Come here.
I want to wear plain t-shirts at work. We don't have to. Like my coworkers wear like band shirts and stuff, but I'm supposed to be the manager, so I'm supposed to be more like presentable. But I can't wear like stuff like this because if I'm bending over getting buckets of water or doing tank sump maintenance, I'm just like thirsty old men. I don't want that attention at work.
Just don't wear yoga pants.
Oh, I can't. I use my pockets too much. I can't go a day without pockets. My coworker, it was funny. I had the store phone, cordless phone in my pocket, and it was ringing. But I had my hands in the fish tank. So my coworker comes over. She's like, "Which pocket?" I'm like, "Front left." And she's trying to reach in my pocket to get it. And she goes, "Man, that's down in there, isn't it?" I was like, "These are men's pants. They have pockets, like real pockets." Yeah, just shove it all the way down. You elbow deep. Go on.
Yep. Yeah, I always feel really awkward in those moments Like I had the same thing when I was working with somebody, and they had their hands doing something. I'm like, can I get the keys? And she's like, just grab them. I'm like, no.
No, I don't.
Because they were like on her belt loop, like right above her right butt cheek or whatever. I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not going to. Even with
Yep.
you giving me permission, I'm not going to.
I do the same thing. Even other ladies' purses, they're just like, "Oh, dig through my purse." And I'm like, nope. I don't know what you have in there. I'm not getting stabbed by something. Nope. Nope. I'm
Exactly.
gonna bring your whole purse to you. Nope.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, especially women packing weapons and stuff like that in there. You don't want to dig in there and accidentally open a switchblade and stab yourself. You don't want to reach in and accidentally push the button on her pepper spray and spray yourself in the face or ruin her purse or something like that. Like,
One of my sister's bridesmaids earlier actually whipped out her pocket knife, and then I whipped mine out, and we were comparing pocket knives. Well, we traded so I could check hers out. She didn't warn me that it was spring assist. So the thing almost flipped out of my hand when I flipped it open. But yeah, a lot of women really like the spring assist opening blades. So yeah, you absolutely could accidentally open their pocket knife if they have one in there.
yeah.
Yeah.
I had a knife that you just like touch the little knob on the back and it just snaps right open.
Yeah, spring assist. Yeah.
That was well more than spring assist. That's like full on like just spring open.
Thank you for checking on that Lady Rorschach. But yeah, I'll definitely have to check them out.
A referral offer up to 60% off your first order. That's a good deal.
That is a really good deal. Maybe I'll have to check out their men's pants and see what they got and just order. Because the thing with women's pants is that if I wear a size 12, that doesn't mean across all brands. Whereas men's, actually, their waist and inseam are actually measured. So I could probably get away with ordering pants online.
They're not always correct though. Like I got some pants, like even my Schwann's uniforms. Like I ordered all the same thing, but I have 2 pairs of shorts. One pair of shorts fits me well. The other one is a little tight, and I have to. I sometimes I feel like one of those ladies, like, come on, button.
You're jumping into them. You're jumping into them. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, that is really though true though. Like women's pants are definitely a lot worse than when it comes to men's pants. You like with men's like you measure your waist size and you measure your inseam and that's pretty much it. But because of that, a lot of men's pants don't really fit the best.
Yeah.
Honestly, like I got some pants that I don't even have that thick of thighs or anything, but it's like they're just like really, really tight around my thighs.
Yeah.
And even tight around my calves too. But then it's like they're like it's like I'm why do my pants feel like I'm wearing women's pants? Like this is not right.
So for my sister's wedding, she actually wanted the groom and all the groomsmen to wear all black. So black shirt, black tie, black pants. Well, her and her fiance went up to David's Bridal to find shirt, tie, pants, all that. The pants would fit him around the waist, but then his thighs were super tight. Like if he tried to sit down, they would rip. So they're doing dark wash jeans instead.
Yeah.
Hey, can you not?
Yeah.
Go play with them.
So I always try to find the jeans that have a little bit of stretch to them too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I always like the stretchy pants, but those stretchy pants, they also don't seem to be as durable though. Sadly,
yeah, because
like you'd think that since they're stretchy, they would last longer because they would stretch with you as you move, but they sure don't.
I don't think they hold up to like friction very well.
Yeah, they don't hold up to friction very well at all. And then, like whenever you do finally bust a hole in them, they just like the whole bust like wide open, like real fast too.
Yeah, they
It's not
unravel.
like wearing into your denim where you get that little bit of the white marks first and all the stringiness. Like it's just like bam, hole.
I think the black belt's about to lay eggs again. She's like really digging. I think her
all tucked in, ready for bed. Perfect.
I think her breathing tube is coming out. We'll see if I have eggs in the morning.
Well, it's
oh my
10
god,
o'clock.
It's 10 o'clock already. Oh my god.
Holy crap. I appreciate everybody for coming out and hanging out with us tonight.
Yes.
And it was definitely a lot of fun hanging out with everybody and chatting about different animals and stuff like that. I always love talking about animals and sharing the knowledge that I gather as I gather it and stuff like that too. A lot of the stuff that I shared about the animals today, I was just watching other YouTube videos and stuff earlier. And it's like, man, that's really fascinating. And who knows, like if I find it fascinating, maybe somebody else will. And I just want to share every bit of knowledge that I get with everybody else.
Yep.
Yeah. Definitely rip a hole real fast. Yep. And my new job at Schwann's is making me a little chunky.
I know. I made the mistake of starting to bring snacks into work, like for everybody, and I've definitely put on a little bit of weight from snacking to get through the day.
Yeah. Well, my main thing is that the last several jobs I had were really active jobs.
Yes.
And I just in general wasn't eating as much as I was then either because I didn't have the money to, buy all this food and stuff. Now it's like I can finally buy myself a nice stocked up freezer full of food, and it's really, really good food, and I just want to keep eating it. And I'm not, nearly as active as I used to be. My job used to be the gym. Now I might actually have to go to the gym.
Hey, I have oh my god, membership at Club Fitness. So if you ever need a workout partner, it would get me more motivated. Hey, shut up.
You won't go to the gym with me?
Yeah, because you always want to go you usually go after work when I'm at work. So it'll work out better. He has more similar schedule than I do. Ish.
I don't want to wake up at 4 a.m. to go to the gym before work. And then when I'm done with work, like I don't want to do anything else. So, yeah. But anyway, guys, we will, I guess I'll see y'all next week. And I'll definitely see y'all around the YouTubes throughout the week as I tune into different things. But I hope to see you all next week on our next episode of Fish and Friends. And I really hope everybody has a great rest of their weekend. Fall is here on this side of the world. And now it's spring on the other side of the world as the temperatures start to warm up for you guys. So enjoy it. It's a great time when it comes to, weather and all that all around the world. So
yes.
I'm just going to keep blabbing if I don't shut this down. So everybody have a great one. Gina, you got anything you want to say?
Nope. Bye.
Bye. So long and thanks for the fish.